I don't really have a problem with people making top 10 lists. Some of these lists are useful. Seasonal lists, best summer fragrances, winter fragrances, gym fragrances, office fragrances, best tobacco, best amber, best vanillas. The problem comes when these untalented and uncreative hacks run out of ideas trying to get into the algorithm, and they run out of them quickly, and then they start just throwing random crap at the wall, seeing if it sticks. Top 10 hoodie fragrances, which is really just winter fragrances because they've already made that video. So they want another stab at it, like a fragrance changes based on whether you're wearing a shirt or a hoodie. Best fragrances to wear to a steak dinner. Have you seen some of these guys? They eat at McDonald's. Talking about steak dinners. It's mostly trash in a desperate attempt to get views. And they get them. Oh yeah, they get them. Which is why you're not going to see a lot of lists, because there aren't really a lot of useful list videos to make. But with the weather changing, I decided to make a top 10 winter fragrances list. And when I went to pick out 10 fragrances, it was tough to narrow it down to 10. So I picked 15 fragrances. Really 16, because one is a little bonus, a little 2-for-1, because, well, we'll get to it in a minute. But these are 15 winter bangers. This fragrance is just an amazing Mount Rushmore Hall of Fame fragrance. Killian's Angel Share Praline Cognac, Beast Mode, Scent Trail, Upscale. It's an amazing fragrance, and it's perfect for the winter. Oh, are you thirsty for compliments? I stand by this fragrance. Guaranteed compliments. There's no way you're going to wear this regularly and not get compliments. It projects like a beast, leaves a scent trail. The original Dior Homme. Punch your ticket for the hype train, because this is a hype train fragrance. It's also a very good fragrance. It's also a very expensive fragrance. YSL's Baby Cat. Beautiful cashmere woods and a beautiful vanilla. And it's another beast mode fragrance. I got one for you from the house of Mason Francis Kirkjohn. I think it's the best amber fragrance in the game. And it's Grand Soir. And that fragrance reminds me of a god-awful fragrance from Armani called Stronger With You Amber that tried to do Grand Soir and failed miserably at it. But what they did do quite well. Stronger With You Oud. A compliment-getting oud. Perfect for this time of year. A lot of influencers will tell you what they think this fragrance smells like, because they had a decant once many years ago. Then they've had clone after clone after clone after clone. So now when they describe this fragrance, they're really just describing a mishmash of all these clones that they've worn. And I have the clones. The Armoff Untold and the Duas and all the hybrids, and nothing comes close to the original. I've tried to convince myself, just like these guys, that the clones were just as good, but nothing is just as good as this beautiful saffron and wood unisex fragrance. Francis Kirkjohn's Baccarat Rouge, or as Curly Fragrance pronounces it, Baccarat Rouge. The EDP, not the X straight. I do enjoy the X straight, but the EDP is just my personal favorite. I got your 2-for-1 right here, because my holiday go-to has always been Parfums de Marly, Aujan. It's a people pleaser. But then I discovered PDM's best fragrance, in my opinion. Most masculine fragrance, in my opinion. A masculine, sweet apple. That's Habdan. Not a lot of people talking about Habdan. Get your nose on Habdan. Trust me. I got something for you cheap bastards. A good plum fragrance from, believe it or not, the house of Youp. Youp Homme Le Parfum. You can't go wrong for the $40 this costs. There's niche houses trying to replicate what this does for $40, but they charge it $400. Looking at you, mind game. I'm not a rose and oud guy, so the fact that I'm pulling this fragrance out means Louis Vuitton did this and they did this well. It's called Nouveau Monde. For a not a rose and oud guy to put this dent in it, that tells you something. If you ain't got this fragrance, I don't know what you're doing with your life. One of the best vanillas, best compliment getters. Bond Number 9's New Harlem. I want you guys to go look at people reacting to the first time they smell this fragrance. You're not going to get, it's okay. People are always blown away by this fragrance because it's that damn good. This fragrance from Mancera has been called cheap, synthetic, trash. Well, they've added a flanker to this fragrance, and they've really ironed out the wrinkles, smoothed it out, balanced it. It's still a beast. I think the original's stronger than this version, but this is still a beast. Red Tobacco Intense. Paco Rabanne, stupidly, always discontinues their best stuff, and I don't know why they discontinued this. It's the best 1 million in the line. 1 million Privé. It's a really good designer tobacco, and I don't know who's running Rabanne right now, discontinuing their best stuff. People crapped on this fragrance, but it's a beautiful vanilla and amberwood fragrance. I mean, it's doing what designers do. Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male Elixir. Again, you guys probably can't see the dent in it, but there is a dent. Don't let people tell you how amazing a fragrance is. they don't even wear it. Unless you start getting into Dior's like super expensive line, most of their fragrances are simple, gentleman fragrances. They're Sauvage, they're Eau Sauvages. Fahrenheit is like a really violet, heavy, woody fragrance. But this fragrance, Fahrenheit Parfum, absolutely gorgeous, perfect for the winter. Fahrenheit goes gourmand, and they come up with a pretty unique fragrance. And this last fragrance from a house that really hasn't impressed me much, the House of Nichanet, but they impressed me with this. Fan Your Flames. Smells like you're in a church office with some church candles going, with a little bit of rum spiciness. Maybe there's even a little cigar on the table, and somebody blows out one of those candles. It really should be called Blow Out Your Flame instead of Fan Your Flames. Unique, some complexity to it, decent performer. Those are 15 winter fragrances. It's the holidays. With the exception of probably Nouveau Monde, these are all pretty blind buy safe. So do a little shopping, spend a little money, and enjoy these amazing fragrances.